where you would turn off to Mabel Lake. We are thinking of taking the trip to Mabel Lake on Thursday. Not quite sure what town this is. As we've never been here before. Ah, the town of Lumdy. And that is the name. It says on the flags on the side of the lampposts. Bakery, deli, ooh, coffee time, cake time. Should we have a look?
You can have all the coffee and everything else.
I was thinking about that. We've never been here before, so. Good morning, everybody. This is Tuesday. We set off early this morning, Sandra and I, to go to Revelstoke. We punched it into Waze, the nav system, and it took us a way that we wasn't expecting, was it?
We are on another adventure.
We don't know where we're going, but it looks like it's the back lanes. I'd heard of Lumdy before, we'd never been there. We were going to go this route towards Mabel Lake later on this week. It's a quaint little town, and it seems like we're going all the way to Revelstoke via the back roads, which we've never explored, and that's part of this staycation, was an exploration. And it looks like we're going to be going towards Needles Cable Ferry, so that was a bit of a shock when we had to cross the river. We didn't know that. Not via a ferry anyway. So we're looking forward to that, and that's 109 kilometers away from here. So yeah, we're just going to have a look around Lumdy, maybe grab a coffee and see what their pastries are like. Because I'm sure there's a few of these little mini towns or villages dotted around this route, but we don't know what to expect. So we're going to go explore. As it's now 9:50, we need to take Bella out anyway.
I'm so amazed by all the hanging baskets. You see, they're massive. They're huge. On every single lamppost on this side. It goes forever and ever. I'm in paradise.
Very cool. And these are those flags on the lamppost we were talking about that said Lumdy. It looks like all the hanging baskets are sponsored, or not all of them, but a few of them. So, really cool. Very pretty. I like the lampposts though. Have you seen the lamps and the bulbs? Very cool. I'm actually going to hit that visitor centre because we're not quite sure if we're going in the right direction.
We could be lost.
We looked at a map book that actually ended and we needed to get the next version. Oh, and it's even closed in here.
Hold on.
Unless it opens at 10. So we're not quite sure what is going on around here. And I've just seen, oh, you can see that, a lumberjack. Totem carving. Cool. Look, I found you, buddy. So this is our plan to come up here later this week. And Shuswap Falls and Rainbow Falls were on our list, so that meant we visit Sugar Lake and Mabel Lake. And it's quite a big town. It's really cool. She's trying to kill herself by hitting herself with the plastic, trying to get information out. She's on her tiptoes, look, because they mounted it a bit too tall for short people. But again, we definitely have to figure out where we're going. We have no clue. So we did some recalculation. We did look at a map properly instead of just putting it into Waze. and it looks like we are going to be going over 2 ferries, so it's actually turning out to be a bigger adventure than we expected, but a good adventure. We go via Nakusp, which is an area we've wanted to go to and we've never been. We've just now added 100 kilometers to the day, one way, so by the time we get to Revelstoke it's probably going to be, I don't know, 1 o'clock, but we will see, and it's looking like more fun because there are definitely a few areas in here that we've not been to. So yeah, so we're looking forward to today.
Andy wasn't sure. He goes, well, let's turn back, and I'm like, not. Let's keep going.
Sandra pulling the plug again, which is fine because I didn't think she wanted to be any longer in the truck, but it looks like she's actually quite happy to be a little bit longer in the truck, so I'm okay with that. It's all good. We do have a spare jerry can of fuel in Fred. Just throwing it out there, Sandra.
I know, we always travel.
Well, so far we have not made it yet to Needles Ferry, but the road has been descending and it's very, very windy. The road's boring up until the last 3 kilometers. I say boring, it's been a road surrounded by trees. Now we've just cleared some of the trees and the road has been a little bit windy, but to be honest with you, it's very, very boring. A bit like this right here.
If you get car sick, motion sickness, not a road for you. Right now I have Bella on my lap, laying on top of the pillow, because windy roads in her do not do well, but this is even, yeah, this is unbelievable.
Sports cars and motorbikes would love this road for sure. It's very technical, twisting, turning. There are some long straights, but realistically, scenic-wise, very boring.
We've seen lots of deer though, mind you.
Yeah, wildlife for sure. Crested a corner and right on the side of the road, I had to angle the brake on a dog on the other side of the road because he was just way too close. Unpredictable, don't know which way he was going to go, but he just stayed there, luckily.
Lots and lots of logging up this area, because you can see all the forestry roads on the left and right hand side as you're driving through. They're moving lots and lots of rock
Yeah,
or something.
they're up to something. Definitely moving a lot of rock.
It's like big boulders, huge.
This 3-section highway here, 3-lane highway, there's only been one other like it, and that was going up this hill previous. Other than that, it's been 2-lane highway all the way. So now it's definitely opened up nicely. You get to see the valley as we've hit the bottom of the hill, the mountain. Mount Monashi is where we were coming down. It's definitely a nicer, for view-wise, drive now. He says as we climb back up into the trees.
And the windy
Windy roads.
In 1.9 kilometers, we're going to be at Needles Cable Ferry.
And the cable ferry should be good because it should be fairly quick. And we have not seen much in the way of traffic going in our direction, so hopefully there's not a big lineup for us.
Or else they're going to be on a lunch break because it is 11:30.
Oh yeah. But
Shift change.
the other direction, there's been a lot of traffic.
Livestock priority boarding.
I just read that, like, really?
We could go, Bella. We get priority.
Are you saying you're an animal?
She is. She's a 4-legged dog, so she gets.
We.
She's with us.
Well, that's definitely a wider river than I expected. Oh, it's a lake. Lower Arrow Lake, according to that.
Look at that runaway lane.
Runaway lane going downhill. Nice. I'll put the fear of God into you anyway.
Might have a heart attack before that.
Wow, look at that. The ferry's on the other side. So we are waiting for the next one. Oh, there is a few vehicles here.
Motorcycles, no priority boarding.
Why did you say that?
On the sign back there.
Well, if you want to go walk down, feel free. So this is the Needles Ferry. It's on a reservoir, the Arrow Reservoir. Can hold quite a few vehicles. It travels every half an hour in each direction from, I think I thought I saw it from 7:30 a.m. to 9:45 p.m. That early morning could be wrong. I'd have to double check it. I believe this is a free ferry as well. And it sails from the other side over there. They do say that priority boarding is to livestock. So if there was a herd of livestock, anything here, they would have priority boarding over everybody else. So that could be really interesting for us. Okay, now we must run to get in the car because this looks like it's going to unload pretty quickly. So the lights came on, the arm barrier came up, and we're about to drive on to the Needles Ferry. Sandra said that it looks like the same size as the one we did at Dawson City, but I think this one is way bigger.
"22 degrees out today," which it was supposed to be cloudy today. That's why we thought we'd do this adventure.
Yeah, been let down a little bit with the clouds or lack thereof. So new COVID restrictions, customers must stay in their vehicles. I did lie about that time. It is 5:15 a.m. to 9:45 p.m. is the ferry operations. Side, but that means probably last to leave.
But that's okay, we get better pictures.
Hopefully.
We do have a hot dog right now, as you can hear her, probably in the background, panting away. Needles, Victoria, BC.
Is that the name of the boat?
It says on their life raft, or their donut life raft. Oh, look. Bella wants some hay.
Okay, we've just been duped with our side view due to the fact that there's hay bales, but we do have a beautiful side view over here. General store, laundromat, gas, diesel, West Coast route.
Bikers are behind you. Or one. There's a couple on a bike. Revelstoke, 158.
I paused it.
No, I'm just telling you, I know.
I saw that.
This.
Chuck a look. So, those strings of pepperoni, you bought 4 of those strings.
I said yes. Or else that's 2 is one.
one long one.
I think so.
Because I only opened one up the other day to see it, and I thought they were like sticks, full sticks. But I'm like, oh, this is a big snake.
I think that's classified as two.
Okay.
Like when they pull it out, they have that where it's attached, that little umbilical cord thingy. Be a different type of scenery, but not right now. Ooh, a lake on the side. I think that's Arrow Lake.
Yeah, it's a big lake.
That was Arrow Lake Campground, so it's a
Okay.
lake there, right beside the campground, near it.
There's a big reservoir. It's the AFD truck. Memories of Alaska. Or I should say northern Canada. Now it's turned pretty again. I must say. To Revelstoke. No clue what I was paying attention to.
I don't know either. We almost went into the ditch there, Bella. It's not like there was a deer on the side of the road, was there? Not.
Food for the rest of the year.
Okay, Bella, come on.
Welcome to Nakusp. Town. That's where the hospital is. Yeah, the hospital.
Nelson is right, town center is straight, Revelstoke is right.
Yeah, straight. We're going to go to the town center and have a little bit of a look around. Another town I've never been into. Boat launch down there. Look at that. Drive through something or other, the hut. That looks pretty popular. Fries and ice cream.
Speed limit 30. Home hardware. Espresso
There's
and
a
coffee shop.
Coffee shop. I'll see if there's a coffee place with a pastry.
There's a bistro here.
More of a restaurant.
Specialty coffee, breakfast and lunch, butcher shop, custom sausage party trays.
It's got a general store. Oh,
They might have something in there.
Yeah. Can I park here? I think I can.
Or in this store they might. Look at the cool dresses. I'm all excited.
I think it's worth the stop, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Got the curb.
Andy's having a little trouble sometimes parking Fred lately.
Curb hitting, yep. Alrighty.
We'll get Bella's harness.
It's a very picturesque high street for sure. Lots of little coffee bars in here. We're looking for a coffee deli pastry place. A lot of bikers, obviously, because of the road that we just travelled on. It's really cool. Going to try and find some waterfront, whether we can all go in it or if Bella can get in a splash, that's for sure. But looking promising down this road here. So that's sort of where we might head down in a little while. So there's a lot of history here. As you can see here, this is the Opera House, and we're going to find out if there's a lot more of these boards around. It's now a coffee bar with a bicycle store. Oh. Meats, eggs for sale. This one is the old courthouse. So we have the beach area right down there, and then we have, I'm going to go on the other side of this pole, beach, park, library, museum, waterfront, walkway, which sounds really good, public washrooms, info, fuel, hot springs. Oh yeah, there's a hot springs here.
I was just going to say.
We may end up at the hot springs today. I knew there was something familiar about Nakusp that I'd forgotten about. What do you fancy about going in for a bit?
To have a look, depends how much.
Well, I'm not worried about the price, to be honest with you. This is one of those hot springs we wanted to go and do.
I know, but if I can't take her.
Yeah, we have to find out about Bella Dog. So we found the beach.
No dogs on beach.
Nice and sandy. Say again?
Let me go ask this guy if there's an area where I can take her to get.
So no dogs down here on the beach, but there is a big train over there. We're going to go and have a look at that. Right down there. Looks like a big snowplow train. So we're going to check out that. But look at this park. You just zoom out. War Memorial. Nice park though. It's a really beautiful town. The logs are the swimming area. Okay, well, can we go down here first? Well, unfortunately, I have a food truck here with his generator going, but I was just saying to Sandra, can you imagine being in the very front up here, looking at those snowbanks when you're driving through with this plow, being pushed by your engine? That's a pretty cool setup there. Back in the day. Just shows how long that Arrow Lake reservoir is. And even right down there, it's all sand by the look of it, right down this lower edge, right across there. Looks like it's all sandy beaches. It's really cool. There they are. They found a doggy beach. Sandra's got that look on her face of it is cold. How cold is it? How cold is it?
Not bad once you get in.
Freezing cold, that's what she means.
Bella's swimming all on her own. This could be a big girl.
Must be getting that strength back in her leg. Wait.
Wow.
Well done, Bella.
Away from the rocks.
No, off the rocks, come on. Trying to keep her off the rocks to save that ACL repair. We just noticed that there is even a municipal campground inside of Nakusp's city limits. So it's not far away from the beach, literally that direction. And there's the beach. Have no clue on what the price would be, but something to have a look at shortly. The old Gardner building, Gardner Electric. So this is the municipal town site. It's very accommodating, that's for sure. Fire pits, and they're fairly well spaced. A little bit closer than a main provincial park, but we'll find out how much a municipal site is. Open May to October, it has showers.
They do have a bear in the area.
Yeah,
Be extremely
a bear in the
careful.
area. Let's just see what it says here. Register at the office on your left. Really gives no information really with regards to pricing. What we did find out about the campsites were the power sites cost $30, non-power sites was $25. They even had overflow parking for $21, and you could online book.